All right. Yo, what's up? Welcome inside Arch Rivals right here, Executive Network. Corey Parson, the fantasy executive, the homie, Double R Blazini, getting ready to talk some NFL futures. I'm getting ready to school Blaze on how to make some money betting in the futures market. What up?
This guy, man. This guy, I tell you, man. Hey, there's nothing I can say, man. You hold the key, you control all the buttons, man. I'm just gonna dust your ass. That's all. It's all good, man.
Hey, Blaze, you mentioned 10 years we've been doing this, right? And I was saying it's been longer than 10 years. You know, I'm pretty sure I met you before my daughter was born. My daughter will be
No.
this year.
I met you in 2009.
Oh,
I know exactly when I met you. When I met you.
That's when you started getting schooled. So you probably had that date circled on your calendar.
All right, Myles Austin. You right.
Don't do the Myles Austin thing.
You right, Myles Austin. Yeah, you right. Oh
Myles
boy,
Austin's
this guy
nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What, a high school team? Millie Vanilli. Oh, Millie Vanilli ass.
Nah, but for real though, everybody hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the bell notification, let you know when we go live. We do Arch Rivals. Me and Blaze do this twice a week. You know what I'm saying? And we get y'all rocking and rolling. And then when we get into the season, we'll get into basketball and the NBA, and college football, and the whole stuff. But right now, to get it started, let's talk some NFL futures. And I want to start with the Coach of the Year award. Right now, the favorite is Dan Campbell from the Detroit Lions at 9-1. Sean Payton at 11-1. Matt Eberflus in Chicago. I do not like the Bears this year. At 11-1. And Arthur Smith at 14-1. Blaze, people think that like the Bears and Justin Fields is going to be a playoff team this year.
Listen. You didn't even name my nominee for Coach of the Year. So it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna surprise you. But I mean, like I said, we'll see, man. I just think the Bears are snake bitten. You know what I'm saying? I just do, man. It's like every year they just remind me of my team. And now that I'm back on the wagon, the Skins, I'm not calling them the Commanders. I'm just letting you know.
I feel you, son.
I'll call them the Skins. I'll call them the Skins and leave it at that. But anyway, it's like
they got 50,000 signatures to change the name back to Redskins.
We not playing, man. But anyway, I don't know, man. I just feel like the Bears are a team like the Jets, the Skins. It's just like those teams, man. They just can't get over the hump no matter who the quarterback is, no matter who the coach is, no matter who they draft. I just feel like some teams, are just snake bitten. But no. I definitely didn't pick him. So would you like my pick?
Oh, so I'm going to tell you mine first. I'm going to go off the board.
You go right ahead.
Go all the way down 25-1.
If this dude say mine.
Pete Carroll. Mine's is Pete Carroll.
Mine's not. And why? Why is Pete Carroll yours?
Oh, mine's is Pete Carroll because I think the Seahawks are going to win the NFC West. And I'd be honest with you, I think the Seahawks can win the whole NFC. I love what Pete Carroll did with Geno Smith last year. And now you add Jackson Smith and Jigba and that running back Charbonnet. The defense is still problematic. It's not the Legion of Boom, but I like the Seahawks. I would put something in this market. I like Pete Carroll at 25-1, and I like Frank Reich at 25-1 in Carolina.
You know what? I looked at Frank Reich, but I'm like I said, I'm just not high on Bryce Young. Like I said, I'm from Missouri. You just got to show me. Not originally from Missouri. That's just something I say. You got to show me. But you know what? You know what my two came down to?
Who's that?
Main man, Dougie P.
Okay.
Dougie P. And I'm gonna go out on a limb. DeMarco Ryans.
I like Ryans. I think the Ryans is a good pick.
Yeah.
That division.
Because listen,
but he's a good coach.
True, he's a good coach. Remember, the Texans were in just about every game last year. Like they didn't get blown out every single game. They didn't. I'm telling you, man, go back and look at the schedule. The Texans didn't get, they were awful, but they didn't get blown out every game. There were a couple of games they had to lead in the fourth quarter, and they just lost it, like I said. Excuse me. Lack of talent, you know what I'm saying? No quarterback. So, yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, I like DeMeco Ryans. I do. But give me Dougie P. Give me Dougie P. They was on the cusp last year. They were on the cusp. I I gotta go with Dougie P. I wish
Doug
Dougie P
Pederson,
was my coach.
your man Dougie P right now 20-1, and D'Amico Ryan's both
Mm.
20-1. So I like that. Both juicy odds. So that's a good one
Mm-hmm.
right there. Now when we move on to this market right here, the comeback player of the year. Now you see this one right here, right, Blaze? So last year
Mm-hmm.
when Son from Washington got shot, everybody was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, he got
Brian
shot."
Robinson.
As long as Brian Robinson, as long as he stepped on the
Mm-hmm.
field, he going to win the comeback player of the year. He didn't end up winning the award. Ended up going to Geno Smith. Now everybody, obviously, this year. I mean, I've never seen anything like this, Blaze. Damar Hamlin is minus
I know,
300 to
I
win this
know, I
award.
know, I know, I know. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If he decides to step on the field, just go ahead and I'm telling you, the NFL gonna crown him. It's a feel good story, man. And listen, man, I'm not trying to take away from anything that happened to him last year.
I'm
You know
not
what I'm
either.
saying? That was serious. I mean, that was traumatizing. That was one of those things where, and not to get off subject, that's one of those things like when Kobe got killed, like when he died. Like, you know where you were when that happened that night with Damar Hamlin. You know exactly where you were. You know, whether you were at home, whether you're at a bar, whatever. Same thing with Kobe, man. When we heard about Kobe, you know exactly where you were when you heard that news about Kobe.
No doubt. I
So,
think it's going to be a day and a moment that we all remember. So listen, I agree. I think listen, I don't want to sound like I'm speaking negatively about the player or the
sure,
situation,
absolutely,
but that's
absolutely,
like you know,
absolutely.
not on the up, you know.
Yeah, Actually, my comeback player, well, he was until I just saw that he got hurt yesterday. Was Calvin Ridley?
I like
Chip on the shoulder, pissed off. Lost a lot of money last year. So I was going to go with Calvin Ridley. I saw yesterday that he got hurt in practice, so I'm gonna go Russell Wilson.
I like Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson is a good bounce back candidate this year. Right now, he is actually 25-1 to
Mm.
win the award, which is good odds right there.
Mm-hmm,
What do you think
mm-hmm.
about Sean Payton coming out and like throwing Nathaniel Hackett under the bus like that? I'm like, Sean Payton ain't crazy. He know what he doing. He trying to motivate Russell.
It's still clown behavior, though. You know what I'm saying to me? Like, you don't do that. I mean, my thing is this with Sean, bro. He remind me of Rodgers. Bro, you got one ring.
He got that ring versus Peyton Manning, though.
He did, but you got one ring. Yeah, okay, your teams were always going to playoffs every year, but y'all kept coming up short after that. Couldn't get over the hump to save your life. So chill. Excuse me. Chill, Sean Payton, a.k.a. Aaron Rodgers, one ring having ass. Just relax, bro. Y'all too arrogant, man. Like, these dudes would be like, come on, man. Like, because tell me this. Other than that, what else has Sean Payton accomplished?
Well, listen, the Saints were a viable organization for a long time. You can say they got cheated in that game versus the Rams. You can say that. The Minneapolis Miracle, you know what I'm saying? They was on the other side of the Minneapolis Miracle. They got cheated versus the Rams. So they've been knocking on the door, but your coach is supposed to get you over the hump.
That's true.
Other comeback player of the year candidates, Tua. I don't know if he can stay healthy again.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah. I thought about Tua, but I'm like, nah.
Trey Lance, son, this dude ain't played. This dude ain't played since 2019, and that was in college.
I know, that's crazy, and they say he looks awful in practice.
He's a massive bust. But I tell you, Blaze, I got one right here, Blaze. 80-1 banger.
Who?
Mac Jones.
Yeah, if they throw the ball down the field.
What
But
do you think about?
they got their man. They got that, but yeah, but I mean, they brought in what's your man's name they brought in from Alabama? The offensive coordinator, that was his offensive coordinator, Bill O'Brien. Yeah. I mean, hey, so like I said, we'll see. I mean, he gonna have to throw the ball down the field though. You know what I'm saying? Them little dink and dunks, they're gonna have to go down the field. But Bill O'Brien don't have no problem with going down the field.
Nah, Bill O'Brien. The thing about Mac
He'll let
Jones,
it go.
Mac Jones threw way too many interceptions last year.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he is an Alabama quarterback.
But Alabama quarterback is known for their intelligence. He played dumb last year.
Yeah, I don't know. He seemed like he was somewhere else, man. Because remember a couple of games, like he was frazzing out on the sidelines, during the game. It wasn't like I said, man, we don't know what these dudes go through, man. These dudes go through a lot of personal stuff. And like I said, but you gotta be mentally strong not to bring it on the field. You can't let that affect you. So remember, he is still, it was his second year. Like I said, who knows what was going on, but it was something else besides football going on with him last year. It was a lot going on.
He had that nasty that high ankle sprain, and then Bailey Zappi came in. Zappi was doing some work, but I think Mac Jones is the guy. So I would take a long shot, but listen, DeMar Hamlin is probably the way to go. Let's move over to the offensive rookie of the year, using BetMGM odds on this one right here, but really on all of these. Offensive rookie of the year right now, the favorite is Bijan Robinson at plus 250, followed by Bryce Young at plus 450, Anthony Richardson at 7-1, and Jahmyr Gibbs at 8-1. I'm on the quarterback, Bryce Young, plus 450.
I knew that.
Well, that's the winner. You don't got to give
me Bijan. Give me Bijan. They're gonna run. They're gonna run the hell out of him in in Atlanta next year. They're gonna run him, man. They're gonna use him. They're gonna use him, man. Because remember they
out the backfield. He could have 2,000 yards total offense this year.
Yeah, and remember, man, he's going to be Ritter's security blanket. Remember, this is just a second-year quarterback coming in playing. He didn't play a full season last year. He was a rookie last year. He looked decent. What did he play? What did he start, like 2-3 games, 4 games towards the end of the year? You know what I'm saying? He's definitely NFL. He's definitely an NFL quarterback. But like I said, low tape on him now. He's gonna get a full season, so we'll see. That's why I like Bijan Robinson, take a lot of that pressure off of him.
What about Anthony Richardson coming in at 7-1? Just named the week 1 starter.
Jury's still out with me. He was awful last year. I made a lot of money I made a lot of money betting against him with Florida last year. I know that much. Thanks, Ant. You know what I'm saying? So, actually betting against him. So, yeah, I actually did, bro.
If he was Washington quarterback, you'd have been on him. If the Skins would have drafted
but he's not.
You would have been on him. You know what I'm saying?
But he's not. I like my quarterback this year.
What about Jahmyr Gibbs, 8-1? Jahmyr Gibbs basically replacing DeAndre Swift. Swift was a dog with the Lions. They traded him to Philadelphia.
Is that where he went?
He's in Philadelphia, yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The rich get richer. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying. Yeah, you're right. Wow, that's big.
You think C.J. Stroud ready for year 1?
We'll see. He looked like he wasn't scared of the big moment against Georgia. They had that game. Like, he showed no fear against Georgia.
He was excellent in that game.
He was, bro. he didn't he was, man. And I actually, I hate Ohio State, but I actually felt kind of bad for him. I'm like, man, this dude was spectacular. And I called one of my boys. I'm like, man, how do you even sleep? Like how do you sleep that night? Like, you lose a game like that, when you dominated for 3.5 quarters, man. Like you said, his game was almost at perfection. Then they lost that game. I know that hurt. There's no way I could sleep if I'm the quarterback. If I'm him after that game, like, wow, yeah, because like you said, he was brilliant.
Yeah, he was nice. That's the best I ever
seen
him play. I thought he was going to go
in. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
I was not a C.J. Stroud guy until that night. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, whatever. I don't trust Ohio State quarterbacks, but he balled that.
Me either.
I'm sure you don't. Knock on wood. You know what I'm saying?
Wow! Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not going all Adam Schefter on, son. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that like that. You remember Adam Schefter played himself. You know what I'm saying?
But remember, the man that doesn't own the team picked him. Nobody picked him, but the man that used to own the team. Okay, so yeah. All right.
Let's head to Defensive Rookie of the Year. Last year, who won this award? Your man.
Was it T.J. Watt?
Sauce Gardner won this
award.
Sauce
Gardner did win last year.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Right.
This year, the favorite is Will Anderson, followed by Jalen Carter and Tyree Wilson, Devin Weatherspoon. You got Jalen Carter?
No, Willie Anderson. D'Amico Ryan's going to utilize him to take the pressure. You know what I'm saying? To take a lot of pressure. Like I said, still a young team. Huh?
That's the chalk, though. That's the chalky bet right there.
That's who I like, though. Just because of the coach, they got, they probably, you know what I'm saying? It's probably a whole new culture down there with D'Amico. You know what I'm saying? He definitely gonna. Hey, T.J. Watt, Look, I mean, I'm sorry. He had in San Francisco. Um,
Bosa.
who was this guy? I said Bosa. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. That's what I meant, Bosa. Yeah. So, like I said, man, we'll see. We'll see.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
actually gonna
definitely
go.
going with the chalk though. I like Willie
All
Anderson
right,
Jr.
I'm gonna go off the board, and I'm gonna go all the way down to 16-1, and I'm gonna grab your man,
Mm-hmm.
Emmanuel Forbes. I think Son can play. I think he's going to be a difference maker in that secondary. I like the way the Commanders are set up this year. Now I don't know how well he's going to be coached, but I
Mm.
think Forbes is a player. He was their guy. They went out there and got him. Son can play.
And that's what I was getting ready to say, man. It's Jack Del Rio's scheme. So, like I said, we'll see. I know he can play, but we also have Jack Del Rio. So, like I said, we'll see. That's a nice long shot pick, but you know, I mean, if you're asking him, that means you're asking him to be like Trayvon Diggs to
Well,
get
I don't
defensive.
know if he gonna pick off 14 like my
Yeah,
man
but I'm just saying.
Trayvon.
I'm
Can
saying you're
he
expecting
fix
him
it?
to have that kind of year though. If he's going to be defensive
Rookie of the year. No, if
rookie of the year,
if you
man.
want it as a corner, you got to have double digit. Well, maybe
Yeah,
not. If
man.
he gets
I mean,
17,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I mean, I mean, he can have 9. But again, you're asking him to rip. You're asking him to ball out if he's going to be
Well,
defensive. I mean,
he'll
I
probably
would
pick
love
Dak
that.
Prescott. He probably picked Dak Prescott sorry off ass at least 6 times.
Oh, another Cowboys fan talking about Dak. What in the man? Y'all done
Telling the
gave up
truth.
on Dak. I told you. I
Blaze,
told you
I
about
just tell the
Dak. I
truth.
told you about Dak.
Blaze,
I
I just
told you
tell the
about
truth.
him.
I've been telling you I wasn't going to
No,
have
you ain't been telling. I've been telling you about Dak. I've been telling you about Dak. Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, all right then. Yeah.
AP Offensive Player of the Year. Leader, player with the shortest odds is Jamar Chase at 10-1. Justin Jefferson, last year's winner, at 13-1. Christian McCaffrey at 6-1. I mean 16 to
Mm-hmm.
1. Nick Chubb 18-1, and Tyreek Hill at 20-1. That's the favorites. I want to come off the board and way down at 30-1 is
Mm-hmm.
Bijan. Can Bijan win that in his rookie year? Because
Mm-hmm.
see, I think Bijan is 1,000 yard rushing, 1,000 yard
Mm-hmm.
receiving, maybe 16, 17 touchdowns. Like I think
1,000 yard
Bijan gonna go crazy.
receiving.
I think so.
God damn. Nah, bro. I got to go with my man Tyreek. I
Are
believe
you gonna?
Tyreek said he going for 2,000. He didn't have a smile on his face when he said it. He was straight to the point. I'm going with Tyreek. The only problem I have with Tyreek is Tua. We just talked about it 5 minutes ago. Is Tua gonna stay healthy? That's my only issue with that. That's
Do
my
you
only
think?
because I think Tyreek gonna ball out this year.
I had Tyreek last year to win Offensive Player
Hmm.
of the Year. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I love
Hmm.
Tyreek Hill, but like the Tua thing is out there, and then what I worry about is like, okay, are the voters going to vote for a guy who had some off the field stuff in the past?
Yeah, that's true. I forgot how they are. Forgot how the good old boy network is. I mean, I just did. Nah, you're right. But other than that, like, okay, my honorable mention for that is Christian McCaffrey
Yeah.
because they don't have no quarterback. They don't have no quarterback. I ain't sold. Purdy is Taylor Heineke 2.0. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on Purdy.
What
Sorry,
about
bro.
Justin Fields at 20-1?
Could be. Could. That's a nice pick. That's a
A
nice
lot of people
pick.
like Justin
But
Fields.
I'm
You
gonna
know what I'm
stay.
saying?
Yeah, yeah. He
For
balled
fan,
out like the last 7 games. He was coming into his own like the last 7 games last year. Like,
for
he was doing
fantasy,
his thing.
he's
He
good
just ain't had
because
no
he
help, man.
runs.
Right. He just ain't had no help, man. I mean, we'll see how much work he put in this summer. Like I said, it'll definitely show on it'll show him because you're supposed to get better. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to get better. My second honorable mention, I know he's not supposed, is Jalen
Okay.
Hurts. Jalen Hurts got that chip on his shoulder, bro. And he
Now,
always plays with a chip on his shoulder. He
if
always
he didn't
plays
get
with a chip
hurt, he
on.
probably would have won the MVP last
Yeah,
year.
probably so. Probably so. Probably so. Hey,
Blaze, I'll
look,
be
whole
honest with you. I
time.
wasn't
Hey,
on hurt.
listen. Hey, listen. We naming all these people. You know Patrick Mahomes heroes, right? You know he taking this personal.
Well, he
You
probably
know
may
he
have
taking it
another.
personal.
Like Mike, he may like your man Mike. He may have
That's right.
another award there. He may have another award that he
Mike
can be
taking
in
it
on.
personal.
But I think those are the dudes. Devontae Adams could go crazy because
That's
you get a
true.
quarterback that's competent in that offense. he had a ton of targets last year, but
He did.
it's your man named Derek Carr throwing the ball
Derek
all
Carr,
over the place. But
where did Derek Carr go? Indianapolis?
Derek Carr is the quarterback for the Saints now.
The Saints. That's where he went. All right,
Blake,
yeah, that's right.
Because this one, the next one is the Defensive Player of the Year. This one right here is the chalk, the chickadee chalk, the chickadee chalk, the chalk latte. As my man, it's only one player. It's only one. It's the favorite. I hate to go with the chalk. It's the favorite.
It's the second favorite. Sorry.
But Micah Parsons at plus 650, Defensive Player of the Year. Book it. How about them Cowboys?
Man, they gonna chip his ass so much next year. His nickname gonna be Frito Lays. They gonna chip him so much. I'm telling you, man. I'm going with Myles Garrett. 32 sacks the last 2 seasons. Only going to get better. I like Myles Garrett. Yeah, 16 sacks last year, 16 sacks in 2021. It's time for Myles Garrett to be Defensive Player of the Year.
If I had a second pick, I would have went with Myles Garrett. I like Max Crosby as well at 12-1. Sauce Gardner at 11-1 is interesting too. But
Saucy.
For the cornerback to win, you got to be on some Darrell Revis type shit.
Yeah, no question. Like Trayvon was his rookie year, absolutely.
Yeah, his second year.
Second year, I'm sorry. Second year.
When he had the 14,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When he tied your other man, when he tied your other ringless man, Everson Walls, all these ringless dudes with all these personal accolades, no rings. Now Everson Walls was that dude.
He was the man. He was getting it in.
You're too young to remember.
Early Everson Walls. I remember him stepping in the middle of the fun bunch and breaking that up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of cat I am.
We beat the hell out of them that game. I bet he did. We demolished Dallas that night. I guess he did step in the middle. We demolished them that game. I'll never forget that game.
Right in the middle of there with my man Everson Walls, son.
We demolished them.
Right in there. You know what I mean?
Demolished. I'm going with Myles Garrett. Let me get Myles.
You got Myles Garrett. You already know what I'm going for. And now the final award, the most prestigious single player award in the NFL. It is the most valuable player. Last year, Patrick Mahomes won it for the second time. Before that, 2 years before that, it was Aaron Rodgers winning it back-to-back. And then you had the Lamar Jackson year. This year, Joe Burrow is the favorite at plus 600. Patrick Mahomes plus 650. Josh Allen, the fraud, at plus 750.
Big time
Justin
fraud.
Herbert at 9-1. Jalen Hurts 11-1. Lamar Jackson 14-1.
Okay, so how long is Joe Burrow gonna be out? Am I missing something?
So here's the deal: the odds on the Bengals have not changed. They still the favorite to win the division. The AFC odds. So the odds make us think that Burrow's gonna be rocking and rolling, ready to go week 1. Blaze, that calf strain is very close to a ruptured Achilles. Ask Kevin Durant.
I like Kevin Durant 2000. Yep. I like Kevin Durant 2019. Absolutely. That's what I said. As soon as it happened, I'm like, wow, that's Kevin Durant all over again. Wow. But you know what? I know. I'm going Jalen Hurts. I'm going Jalen Hurts. I'm going with these dudes that got the chip on their shoulder, man. I'm telling you, I'm going with Jalen Hurts MVP. He's pissed. He lost the MVP. He lost the MVP race last year, and he lost the Super Bowl to the same guy.
Yeah.
And you know, man, that kid takes everything personal, man. He does, man. He's never had a problem letting the media know, yeah, y'all counting me out, He's like Terrence Crawford, man. I'm telling you, he's the Terrence Crawford of the NFL. He is, man. He will let the media know, yeah, y'all never believed in me. Don't start believing in me now. I love Jalen Hurts.
Blaze, relax with the. You act like Jalen Hurts been nice. He did get benched by Tua in the he did that. They benched him in the championship because he was underperforming.
And after that, he had a chip on his shoulder. He had a chip on his shoulder ever since.
Coming into the season last year, there was still questions about Jalen Hurts. Full disclosure.
I don't know why. He proved that wrong.
I give him his props.
And he's going to do it again this year. Watch what I tell you, man. Watch what I tell you.
I would take Lamar Jackson at the bounce back.
That was my second choice.
You know what I'm saying?
That was my second choice.
I like Burrow, but Burrow A healthy Burrow is my favorite.
Of course. Yeah. I don't know why Josh Allen's in there.
No, son,
I
I'm
don't know
not a
why
Josh
he's
Allen
in
guy
there.
at all. He threw
Yeah.
more interceptions
Yeah,
than
no
Dak
Josh
Prescott.
Allen. Yeah, because he got so much Brett Favre in him, man. You know what I'm saying? He just does not like to throw that ball away. He's good at keeping plays alive with his feet, but then he just always making costly decisions all the time.
Blaze,
And last year that really showed.
I worry about not worry because I'm not a Buffalo Bill fan, but for
Hmm.
everybody that's on Buffalo, right? I worry about the culture in Buffalo. This is crazy. And I was listening, and I really agree with what the dudes on the pivot was talking about, right? So the game happens in January. They get eliminated. Diggs and Allen upset. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They come back to mini camps 5 months later, and Diggs is still mad. So
Hmm.
Ryan Clark was like, he's seen cats break up with a girl, a teammate, start dating Shorty, bring her back around the team, and those two dudes don't have no beef. Why is these dudes having
Yeah,
beef
that's
5 months
I don't
later?
know. Like I said, man, only they know that, and the people that's close to the situation know that. Who knows, bro? Man, look, I stopped trying to speculate what these dudes be going through, man. You know what I'm saying? Who knows, man? Who knows?
They
I have
definitely live a
no
different life.
idea.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Who knows, man? It could be some. It can be something real penny ante, or like I said, it could be something serious. I don't know.
A dude
But
that's really,
Diggs want the ball. Diggs want the ball all the time, any damn way. So he think
I
he's
think he's a,
always open.
I think he's a bit of a crybaby. I think it's to be honest, I think it's him. I think Josh Allen is a kid for the most part. He remind me of like my son, like without the he said he's like a world class
Right,
athlete, but he seemed
right,
like
right, right. He said he's a
not
bit of a
clicking.
crybaby. Yeah, I got you. I
But
got
Diggs
you.
seemed like he can be like a crybaby. You know what I'm
Of
saying? I
course, yeah.
understand receivers can
Bruh,
be,
wide receivers are divas, bruh. That's just what it is, bruh. They're divas. They've been
no
divas
doubt.
since T.O., bruh. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Wide
Well,
receivers
you
are
didn't.
divas.
You didn't. Why'd you go to T.O. Hall of Famer T.O.
Man, T.O. was off. He set the bar for diva wide receivers. Man, T.O. was, come on, man. I know you don't got amnesia that fast. No, I'm saying because you're a diva, that don't mean you're not a Hall of Famer. Like I said, most receivers are. Chris Carter was a diva in his own way. I'm telling you, bro. Them dudes was divas, man.
No doubt.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They are. They just are. Odell Beckham. Come on, man.
Diva.
Des Bryant. Diva. They divas, man. That's what I'm
Dez
saying.
was
Them
a
dudes are
dog,
divas,
though.
man.
Dez was a dog. He was a diva,
Sorry,
but he
what?
was a DAWG.
Too bad it wasn't a catch. Anyway.
Hey, let me ask you, MVP Trevor Lawrence.
Ooh. I can see that with my man Dougie P. That's my coach of the year. That's my coach of the year candidate. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think I need to give Trevor one more year.
All
One
right.
more year. I mean, he gonna have to. I mean, he's gonna have to blow the doors off his shit. You know what I'm saying? For him to be over Mahomes, Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So I do. My bad. I have one more candidate for comeback player of the year. He's honorable mention because we didn't even do it. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't do an honorable mention. My
No doubt.
man Deshaun Watson.
Blaze, he was real
Deshaun
bad.
Watson.
He was
He was
real bad
bad.
last
He
year.
was. He hadn't played, but he hadn't played in a year and a half.
But that
A
didn't look like
year.
Russ.
Well,
That
the
looked like
team
a
was
different,
bad.
like they cloned Tyrone, son. They cloned Deshaun. You know what I'm saying?
He hadn't played it. He hadn't played in a whole year and a half.
All right.
And a half. And
Before
a
we get out of
half.
here, Blaze, before we get out of here, you know I had to save one for you. I got an MVP at 150-1.
Oh man.
Micah Parsons, MVP, Blaze. What's up,
Show's
baby?
over, right?
MVP.
Show's over, right?
You hate
The show's over,
Micah
right? You
Parsons.
said the show's
Since
over,
the
right?
first defender to win the joint since Lawrence Taylor, Micah Parsons, 150-1. What's up?
Cry me a river. This is how you play the violin? Yeah.
While Blaze plays
Beethoven out this joint. You understand me?
while Blaze plays his violin, I'm gonna remind you to subscribe, hit the bell, the notification. We'll be with you twice a week right here on Arch Rivals. We're just getting warmed up into the upcoming NFL season. We're gonna have a lot of fun, talk a lot of shit, and I'm gonna win another bet.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And Blaze is gonna be
Absolutely.
mad. You know what I mean? So there you go, right
This
there.
guy, man. I tell you, this guy, man.
For my main man, the double R Blazers, Corey Parson, the fantasy executive arch rivals. We are out.